Hey, so I posted something today about sales, just newly writing some things, and I thought to myself, I was just like, sales is outdated. The strategy is outdated. It's old. I was just having this conversation yesterday with my husband. He used to sell cars for 8 years. I owned my own B lot. I actually was in Dearborn Heights, Michigan. And for those that know where Alameda is located, I literally had a spot right there on the corner in Dearborn Heights. And the name of the dealership was called Sparky Auto Sales. Now, prior to becoming a practitioner, before knowing anything about NLP, I was already doing it. And I guess later on in 2022, I stepped into my calling. At that time, I was in my 20s. So I knew how to be pretty. I knew how to talk to people. And I knew how to present the product. But I didn't really understand what I was doing in terms of the satisfaction of what others had. I didn't connect the pieces. So what I do with my B-Lot is before work, I get pumped up. I listen to music like what I have on right now with Yeshu Hayu, Elevate. I listen to music like that, get pumped up, create this energy. I get all pretty, I put my makeup on, put some sexy glasses on. I had a 3-piece suit that I'd wear in the dead of summer in Michigan. Though the summers are beautiful, they're still hot. But as a professional, as a business owner, that was just something that I did to present myself. The way that you dress is how you attract what you want, so I thought. But that was not the correct thinking, because people are people. Everybody's going through something every day. And so we have to meet people at the level that they're on, because life is not about perfection. If we were trying to achieve perfection, we have all failed, including me, right? So I get pretty, I go to the lot, and I make sure all the cars were clean, tires were, had air in them, problems on the vehicles were fixed, because again, I owned a B lot. And so what I did was, customer comes up to the car and they look at the car. I'm like, here's the keys. Let's go for a ride. Need your driver's license? Let's go. Little did I realize I was already enacting NLP. I was reading their mind prior to actually selling them something, but I wanted them to experience what it was that they were buying. And I know a lot of salespeople are going to catch this, and I'm probably going to get some flack, and it seems very much innocent, almost naive, almost no structure, but it made me one of the best sellers in the state of Michigan when it came to selling cars. It wasn't how I looked. It wasn't how I was dressed. It was about what my customer wanted. I preconceived the problems prior to their experience. I knew exactly what they were going to do. Now, this is outside the boundaries of NLP, because we don't read your mind, but we do have the capability of going in and helping to map those things so that you get from the point that you are to the point where you want to be. So in selling cars, client wanted a car. I needed to get them to the point where they wanted to be, was on the road, driving, going to see their family, going to see their friends, going to work to pay for the vehicle that they just bought. And so I already knew that there may have been other issues that I could have been running into, which were, going to the Secretary of State. Now, in your state, there may not necessarily be a Secretary of State, or even in your country, there may not necessarily be a Secretary of State. But this is a location where you get all of your paperwork to complete all of your documentation in order to be able to drive that vehicle legally. In any country, I'm sure you have to do that. Okay. So that was my ultimate goal, was getting them to where they needed to be. It wasn't about how I smelled, how I looked, what was going on in my life. I was working, but they were also working. They were working towards a goal in order to meet an angle in their life to create some type of success or some type of positive outcome that they were looking to achieve. And so my husband was like, Carla, don't go out here and put this basic shit online. Don't tell these people this basic shit. Sales is difficult, yes, but the principles of sales are all different. Think about what I said. You'll catch the message.